Good morning and welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. I'm going to share with you the secret of overnight success. But first, this. What are you going to do today? Are you going to do the same thing today you did yesterday and expect a different result? Change what you think, change what you do, and tomorrow will be different from today. You know why it's so simple for me? Because I have a lot of experience. You can only change your tomorrows by changing yourself today. Okay, how do you like my intro? Had a guy make that for me. Pretty exciting, isn't it? I need a few more videos or photos or something in there. But hey, here we go. The secret of overnight success. Like and subscribe. Do it now before we get going here. Okay, the secret to overnight success. Well, there is no secret. Sorry to disappoint you, but here it is, really. What you see as an overnight success is not really an overnight success, but days in, days out, weeks in, weeks out, months in, month after year after year, and finally a person hits a connection or gets an opportunity. I'm thinking of a guy right now. I can't think of his name. He's a black guy, big tall guy with bald hair, and his road to success is a good example of that. It's the persistence, the daily continuation of doing the same thing every day. And then eventually, you'll either run into somebody, get a connection, something will happen, but it would have never happened had you not gone through the preparation time, the character building time, the discouragements, the denials, the disillusionments, the disappointments. All these things prepare you for that one opportunity, or maybe two, because you may miss an opportunity or two. I have missed many opportunities in my life, or walked away from them because of fear, or I couldn't see them. We have many opportunities in front of us every day, but we can't see them. We have what they call blocks. I think they're called lacunas. It's the old thing I've talked about before. You're looking for your keys and you can't find them. You look everywhere, and then your wife or your friend comes in and says, look, they're right there on the desk. But you've seen them there. But you didn't see them. How could you have missed them? You missed them because you believed they were lost. So when you looked at the desk, they were blocked out from your view by your mind. You don't, how is it? You don't see what you believe. No, you don't believe what you see. You see what you believe. You believed the keys were lost. You believed you couldn't find them. That was the impression in your mind. So looking right at them, you can't see them. They're not there. They're almost invisible. They are invisible to you. But another person walking in, not believing the keys are lost, saw the keys. And once they showed them to you, you too could see them. I'll give you a good example. I bought some tools the other day at the lumberyard. It was only about a block or two down the street from where we were working. I got the tools, they put them in a brown paper sack. And then I went and got a bag of concrete, went back to the job, and this is all I remember. Went back to the job and went upstairs, come back down, and I can't find the tools. I look and look and look. I'm looking for my tools in a brown paper sack. This is what my mind has in it to find, a brown paper sack. I get the boys down there. I tell them, look, the tools are in a brown paper sack. I can't find them. So I send one of my boys back to the lumberyard. It's just a couple blocks. He walks down there. He told me they couldn't find them. They don't have them. So I'm like, where are they at? Well, eventually, to make a long story short, I found them. They were right in front of my eyes. I found a brown paper sack, but I had taken them out of the brown paper sack, but forgotten I did so. So in my mind, I'm searching for a brown paper sack, which I found 2 of them, but there were no tools in them. So I looked right at those tools, as did my sons, and we couldn't see them. Were they there? No, they weren't, because we didn't believe they were there. I know that sounds strange, but if you look back in your own life, you can probably remember similar situations. So opportunity is before you every day, but you just don't see it. You have to program your mind to see the opportunities, and you do that by writing down your goals and visualizing yourself as already achieving them every day. Every day you think of your goals and see them in your mind's eye as if you've already achieved them, and feel how it would be. Ask yourself this question: how would you feel if you had achieved your goals? Today, right now, ask yourself that question. Close your eyes and ask yourself, how would I feel if I had achieved the goals I desired? How would I feel if I were the person I desired to be? Very important to marinate in that feeling. And if you do this every day, and of course some days you're not going to feel it as much, and some days it'll be really bland. But if you do this every day, this activates what we call the reticular activating system. It's like a homing device, like a heat-seeking missile. And all of a sudden you will start seeing opportunities and things arise that will lead you towards your vision and your goal. And that's how you get there. And this takes time. And eventually, as I said when I started this, you will run into people or situations which will be opportunities for you that you wouldn't have seen before, but were always there. But it takes time to how do I say, to hone this homing device in to where it will lead you to that. And you don't have to worry about how you're going to get there. You just have to know what it's like and feel what it's like when you're there. That's how I managed to get women in my life. When I was younger, I visualized about being with beautiful women, going out with women, etc. You can imagine my fantasies. And I did, and eventually I found myself with a lot of women. Now I had a lot of problems because of that, and this law of visualization, if we want to call it that, works in both ways. You can have whatever you want if you're willing to face the consequences. One of my old mentors told me, he said, I was always jealous of you because you got so many girls. He said, but after I seen all the problems you had, he said, I'm not jealous anymore. So you got to take the good with the bad. If you think managing 3 or 4 or 5 girls at the same time is easy, it's not easy. And all these other things that people that have a hard time getting women think are a good time, sometimes it comes with a lot of responsibility, problems, and difficulties. Now, I wouldn't trade it for anything, and if you've never been there, of course you want to experience it, and I wanted to experience it, and I did. Today, I don't try to manage 4 or 5 girls. But if you want to do that, you can do that. But remember, there's a price to pay for everything. There are either consequences or benefits of whatever you desire to visualize. You can bring it into your life. But as I said, it takes consistency, persistence, and perseverance, because many days you're going to feel like I'm never going to get there. You're going to feel like that, and it's okay. You just keep looking at the vision within yourself and believing that it will come to pass. Your belief is evidenced by the actions you take to get there. Now, I'm not one that believes you can just visualize something and it will come to you. They say, I've never met anyone, people that can do that, and I have visualized some things that just magically appeared. Well, not out of thin air. Like somebody called me and said, hey, I got this thing I'm trying to get rid of, and it was exactly what I wanted. But even that, I had to take the action by going to pick it up or accepting it. Many times people will offer you things. I know I used to have trouble with this, and I would say, oh, no, I wouldn't take it because of pride, I suppose, or I felt like I owed them something. But if you want to receive, you have to give, and to receive, you have to be willing to give take whatever people offer you, if at all possible, because this keeps the channel of giving and receiving open. And you must be a giver too, because whatever you give away in life will come back to you multiplied. These are laws such as gravity, and there are many other laws that we don't understand. Electricity, there are laws in electricity. All these things work, and they can work for you. It's just as simple as that. You just have to practice cooperating with them. And as I said, you can use it for good or for evil, which I consider evil something I don't want. I'm not much for the devil and those kinds of things. But if you want to call it that, that's fine. But everything can be used for your good. And as I say all the time, remember, think of things as happening for you and not to you. Within every situation that seems to be bad, if you look at it differently, you can find something in there that's helping you to achieve your goals. If you have goals. If not, you're just being blown around on the ocean like a ship without a rudder. You must have goals. You must have a vision. At least you have to have a direction you are going. Because how can you be guided by God, the universe, whatever you call that higher power, unless you are moving in a direction? You must move in a direction. So today, find out what direction you want to go. Think of the end of when you get there, whether it be a certain type of person you want to be, or a thing you want, or a place you want to go, and focus on that and visualize that as if you already have it, and it will come to pass. Okay, that's all I have for today. Hit the PayPal donate button. If this has been of value to you, share it with a friend. Like and subscribe now, and I will see you tomorrow.